We're going to get rocking here. Appreciate everyone being on time. For the people that are coming in, they're just going to have to jump on the train while it's moving. I try to be as quick as I can with this. It takes me about 30 minutes to run through everything, and then we will do the Q&A. If you guys have questions while I'm talking, if you're anything like me, you may forget them along the way, especially because we're going to be covering so many topics in a short amount of time. If that happens, just drop your questions in the chat. So first things first, I'm probably going to cut out. Usually I cut out 2 or 3 times. Pay for Zoom, have the best internet. I don't live in the boonies. I'm like 30 minutes outside of Tampa. Don't know what the deal is, but just bear with me. Let me know if I cut out. I'll just pick up exactly where I left off. Let me know if you can't hear me, etc. And we'll keep this moving. That way everyone can get back to their families and get back to doing their thing. So appreciate everyone putting their applications in. If you haven't put your application in and maybe you're just joining this webinar, what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to break down the program. I'm going to tell you exactly what Cervicide is. Let me shut this. It's a little bright here. All right, so I'm going to tell you exactly what Cervicide is. I'm going to tell you what the field staff is. I'm going to tell you what's expected of the field staff. I'm literally going to tell you why you should join field staff and answer any questions that you may have. So first things first, what does Cervicide mean? I hear people all the time, cervix, sounds like cervix cancer, you know, not joking, picking fun on that. Just when people type in cerv, that's normally what comes up. Cervicide is actually Latin for deer slayer. So in 2011, Jimmy McKinney and a few other friends from Nebraska, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Florida, they all were going to college at Liberty University. They would travel the country and they would hunt together. They'd all get together just like the hunting public does. They'd get together, they'd carpool, they'd go hunt other states, they would hunt public land, and they would hunt small tracts of private land. So no big pieces of private came until later down the road. So what they wanted to do was, the whole reason they did this and they would film their hunts is because they wanted to show what real hunters were doing. We all have seen TV shows, we all know, you know, someone gets out of a truck, Jason Aldean's playing, and boom, there's a 160-inch deer on the ground, and there's some cool rock music playing in the background. So they were like, you know what, let's show what really happens. Let's show those failures. Let's show getting winded by that big buck. Let's show missing a buck hitting a tree. You name it, they wanted to show real-life hunters doing real-life things, traveling all across the country. Well, when they were doing that, it was called Deer Slayer TV. They got a lot of traction. A ton of people were hitting them up. The Instagram immediately blew up. Tens of thousands of people, all kinds of hunters from across the nation. Didn't matter your religion, political view, whether you gun hunt, bow hunt, dog hunt, bear hunt, squirrel hunt. It didn't matter. They all were coming to the same place to hub and to connect, which was Cervicide. So Jimmy and all his friends were like, hey, we got something here. This is something that doesn't exist. Let's make this real for these people. Let's try to help out as many hunters as we possibly can. Let's create a club. Let's see if we can hook them up with different perks and discounts. But at the end of the day, what they wanted to do was they wanted to provide real life hunters and real life entertainment for real life hunters. So fast forward 2011 until now, the program has tremendously evolved. We went from helping people get content to mainly being about whitetail deer, bow hunting content. Now we're almost 1,000 members strong, all 50 states. You know, we have full-time employees. We have ton of perks, ton of opportunities. And as we continue to grow, that just keeps going up. So as we grow, most companies, they put that money in their pocket. Not us. As we grow with swag or apparel or anything we're doing, all that money goes right back into the business to create what we have today. So the company, as I was saying, continued to grow. We got a little bit away from just being about filming and just being about content, and we created a community, a hub where hunters could go. You didn't have to film. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I like to hunt. I'm not a huge film person. I'll do clips and little pictures, still images, things like that. But content is not my passion. It just isn't. I've done it. I know how to do it, etc. It's just not my passion. So Cervicide kind of went from just being about content and evolved to a huge community of all types of hunters, not just whitetail bow hunters. So where we are today, Like I mentioned, we're 1,000 members strong in all 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska. We actually have a member now from Nebraska that's actually going to Hawaii to hunt. Super excited about that to see. But Cervicide, that's a little bit of history there. Let's talk about here. We're going to move on to me. Who am I? So my name is Justin. I'm pretty much like the go-to guy here at Cervicide, operations, whatever you want to call it. Title doesn't matter to me. All in all is I am here for y'all. That's literally what I am here for, to provide value, to provide perks, to provide opportunity. I don't go out on paid hunts. I don't take a week off to, a week on the clock to hunt. And things like that. I hunt on the weekends. If I want to, I'll take a vacation day and take a 3-day weekend. I get normal schedule just like everyone else, Monday through Friday. I work a little too much because I do work from home. But on the weekends is when I travel and I do my hunting and I meet up with members and things like that. 2 reasons. 1, I like to keep work and hunting separate. Even though we are hunting, I still like to keep it separate. And for 2, I just find it more enjoyable when I can focus on hunting and focus on getting to know the person that I'm hunting with or doing the hunt swap with instead of just being about work. So I try to find that balance. But I was in the Army for a while, got out the Army, didn't really know what to do. I was kind of like, I guess I'll work in a factory, make some money, just like all of us do, maybe start a family. And I ended up migrating down here to Florida. Was laying in bed one night, saw an Instagram post that said field staff wanted. I had actually never heard of field staff. I hadn't been on Instagram or Facebook or anything. So this is about 4 or 5 years ago. I hadn't been on Instagram or Facebook or anything. So I was like, hey, I'm going to check this out. I'm going to try it. Well, Cervicide was actually having a fishing tournament in Pennsylvania, and I had a little vacation time stacked up for work. I was like, you know what? Let me look and see what licenses are. Let me look and see what travel is. Flights were like dirt cheap. I think I got like a $70 flight or something. Fishing license. Don't quote me on this. I got New York and Pennsylvania. I think I spent less than $100 for like a 3-day license, and I went up there and met these Cervicide guys. I was like, who are these people? I'm going to check it out. Went up there, got to know everyone, ended up signing up, really enjoyed it, had a great time. I just started fly fishing, so a lot of people taught me a lot of stuff that were already members, and I was like, if this is what Cervicide's about, I'm all about it. So I ended up going home. On the flight home, I made me a little fishing video, wrote a blog, put it out there. Cervicide liked it. I was like, hey, I'm joining field staff. So I joined field staff, was a field staff for a few years, ended up becoming a regional director in my state, which is pretty much just that guy you can contact, that middleman for Cervicide. And I really took to it. So I started doing 6 to 8 hunt links. I would network, I would talk. I'd be like, hey, Corey, what's up, man? I see you dove hunt in Pennsylvania. I'd love to meet up with you. He'd be like, oh, cool. Can I come to Florida? I'd be like, yeah, we'll fish. We got turkey hunting. We got hog hunting. We hunt a lot of public land here. I have 5 WMAs within an hour of my house. We have some private land farms. I've knocked some doors and got permission. So that's why I wanted to join, was that networking and traveling. So that's just a little bit about me there. I ended up liking it so much that I actually left my career. My last job, I ran a hauling company for about 8 years. And I actually came and took a full-time position here at Cervicide, kind of worked my way up, and here we are. Now we're talking. So one thing I want to tell you guys about me, and then we'll move on to what the perks are here is, guys, I'm here for you. That's literally what I'm here for. I stay up way too late. I work way too long sometimes. Trust me, I hear it in one ear all the time from the lady. But I just love it so much, and I have so much passion for it that there's nobody that's going to be in this position better than me. And I've actually, showed that with our team members. This is something that I've put into action, not just words, over these last few years that I've been here. So that's my goal, is to make Cervicide a great place. So whenever you're talking to someone on Instagram, or you're talking on the phone that we text you on, the work phone or anything, it's always usually going to be me unless I'm out on vacation. But like I said, guys, I don't do it during work time. I hunt on my own time. This isn't one of those programs where where I'm taking people's money or taking advantage and stuff like that, and going on fancy trips and going to, the Keys or whatever. I do that on my own time with my own dime. So let's talk about Cervicide field staff, why everyone is here right now in this chat. So every year, usually once, sometimes twice a year, we actually open up the field staff program and we let people in. That's why you do the application process. That's why you go through all the hoops that you go through. You'll randomly only see the post once a year. We do that because who wants to waste a bunch of money on marketing? If we're going to waste money, it's going to be on our team. It's not going to be on marketing. So with that being said, we open up that field staff program. That's what Cervicide was founded on. So why not? We slowly grow our club the right way. We allow a few people in per state. Everyone gets to know each other. We get real tight knit. And then when a year comes, we'll open it back up. That's how we kind of run things. So what do you get for being a field staff member? So like I previously mentioned, the hunt link. So what is the hunt link? Guys, it's trading hunts for hunts. We got 10 of us that are going snow goose hunting in New York this year, and we're splitting the cost and getting a B&B. I've had guys go out west, sleep in their trucks. Sleep on one guy slept on the roof of the truck and the other one slept in the bed of the truck. You name it, we do it. We've had guys that but we had this one guy, he had bought like 1,000 acres or inherited 1,000 acres, joined Cervicide, never killed a big buck in his whole life, not even with a bow, gun, nothing. We had a veteran guy go up there, help him kill a 160-inch buck with a bow, and then he ended up killing a buck with a bow. It was awesome, and he got to hunt a new state. It was like, I think it was Ohio. How cool is that? We had a veteran guy meet up with a new guy. Now that new guy kind of knows his property a little better. The guy went up there to kind of show him, like, this is what you look for, this is what you want to do. And what did that guy get out of it? He got to hunt too with the guy. So the hunt link is more than, the best way I like to put it is you don't need 3,000 acres in private land to be in the hunt swaps. When people come down here, we hunt in public land. We might kill a bird every day. We've had guys tag out the first week. We've had guys, we ain't seen a bird sometimes. It all depends. Obviously, most of the time we do kill a bird. I love turkey hunting, so it's kind of my thing. But it's hunting. It's not catching. It's not guaranteed. That's what it is. But you set that expectation with the hunt link. When someone comes down here, I'm like, hey, we're going to hunt public land. We might go to get some hogs on private land. But these are the kind of the expectations. This is what the weather's like, etc. If you want to trade or what have you, I normally have 6 to 8 people a year come down here to finish their Grand Slam with their Osceola, or do some duck hunting or hog hunting or predator hunting. So the hunt link program is by far probably my favorite perk. It's no one size fits all. It's literally anything that involves you meeting up with someone else. That's black and white. That's what it is. You can have private land. We've got guys that have hunted they have 30 acres and they've went and hunted together. Really doesn't matter, but we facilitate that. So we have it on our website. We have it on our app. Guys trade hunts, all that stuff. That's a good perk. That's one of the number one perks. Next perk that we have here is the partner discounts. So one thing about us is we don't push product. We don't do sponsorships. Trophy Rock don't give me a cut of the profits for selling their product or putting up one of their posts or anything. We don't do that. We're not about that. What we're about is providing good products with the education to go with said good product and giving you guys a huge hookup or a huge discount with the products. We have over 60 companies that we're partnered with. I mean, we're literally tight with all of the owners. We don't deal with middlemen. There's a couple of companies where we do have like contacts we deal with, but it's probably like 4 out of the 60. That's just because sometimes you got to work your way in because a lot of bridges have been burned. So with that being said, with our partners, they're on board with what Cervicide's about. Uniting hunters and promoting conservation, creating that community, creating that culture. So they want to be a part of that. If our guys send us products, let's say we got Lamar here and he's rocking, I don't know, Sitka, for example. If he's rocking and he sends me photos or videos, I'll send it to them, our contact, to hook them up, and they'll usually reach out to y'all, and whatever relationship evolves from there. I've had partners that literally, we had Rhino blinds. They sent probably $1,000 worth of gear to one of our members. He has like a hunting team because he's always just dropping bucks and using their products. And they're like, hey, so with that, if you get something extra out of it, that's great. Those are for them go-getters. You guys know who you are. That's there. But the partner discounts are just to save you a little bit of money on stuff you're already going to get. Why not get a little bit of a hookup if you're already going to get mossy oak or you're already going to get badlands? Why not save 50% as opposed to paying full retail price? But like I said, these are relationships that we've established. We talk to these people on a first name basis. I know all the companies. We were just on the phone with Cody from Lone Wolf not too long ago talking about his road show. If you haven't seen his mobile road show. So that's one of the other perks. So we've got HuntLink, we've got partner discounts, which are steadily always growing. Next here, we have the networking. So this is right up there with the top three. Guys, you would not believe the power of saying, hey, Terrence, what's up? I saw you killed a bear last week. That's awesome. Literally starting a conversation like that. Guys, some of my best friends that I'm friends with now, I met through Cervicide. The best man at my wedding is from Cervicide. These are people that I'm very tight with, and we get to know each other and we network. It's no secret. If I wanted to get into waterfowl hunting, kept seeing a guy filling up. Guy was just demolishing waterfowl. Every time I looked, he'd have a TikTok, or he'd have a picture, or he'd have his dog running. I'm like, I'd love to do that. I hit him up. I said, hey, man, this is before I even became an employee here. I was like, hey, man, Justin here in Florida, see what you're doing, love it. You can say no if you want, but I'd love to meet up. I'd love to learn some basics because I don't know jack crap, and I don't want to be that rookie that everyone's like, look at that guy, like, loser. So I wanted to kind of learn, and that's the great thing about Cervicide is you can ask questions. As a newbie, you can ask questions. We have guys that have joined Cervicide that haven't even killed a deer. That's changing this year. We have guys that have killed more deer than they probably could count. We got 60-year-old people that are in Cervicide, and then we got 18-year-olds. So we have a little bit of everything. So we got the networking, we got the HuntLink, we got the partner discounts. Next thing we have here is the webinars. So big names. Next month we have Tacticam. We have Northern Timber Outfitters. We had Fourth Arrow Arm, camera arms on. We've had Mossy Oak. Just have Mossy Oak Gamekeepers on. With webinars, what we do is we bring either big names or professionals. Let's see, we're going to pick on here, Zach. Let's say Zach is absolutely a savage at ground hunting deer. The dude is just out there dropping bucks. You see it. He's tagging out. He's going to other states. Things like that. We're going to get Zach on a freaking webinar. I'm going to be like, hey, Zach, I see you doing your thing, man. You don't need to share the secret sauce, but we got some guys that would love to learn if you're willing to teach. We'll get you on a webinar. We also got big names. Like I said, we have Tacticam on. They're going to talk about good setups for getting that secondary angle when you're making footage. So that's where the webinars come in, the education, all that. Seminars, same deal. So next perk that we have here is the contests and giveaways. Just like anyone else, we hook y'all up. If the partners send me something like Trophy Rock sends a pallet of Trophy Rock, I don't need a pallet of Trophy Rock. That's for you guys. We're going to pass it out. We're going to give it away. We do giveaways every month. We actually do two. We do a field staff giveaway, and we do a featured partner giveaway. We give out new swag. It's always cool stuff. This is actually one of our shirts, our newer shirts, Public Land Harvester there. Got the Cantler, little old school camo hat here. But we do giveaways, just like that is one similarity we have with other companies. Next perk. So we've done HuntLink, we've done partner discounts, we've done networking, we've done webinars, we've done giveaways. Let's talk about the Hunt Lab. So being in business for 11 years, we've acquired some resources. We have done classes and a ton of classes and webinars on videography. Maybe you don't know how to edit. Maybe you have no clue how to do audio. When I first started doing videos, I didn't know there was difference, like where you do the sound. I didn't know that you want the actual sound louder than the music. And, I thought it was all about being even. We're going to teach you everything you need to know. If you don't know how to film right now, our Hunt Lab, if you were to go through the resources, you would be able to learn how to film. I never knew how to film. I was one of those guys. I take a GoPro, I'm like, I'm gonna shoot a video of what's happening. Then you go editing it, and you're like, oh my gosh, like there's so much to this. It's insane. So I watched these videos. I participated in a bunch of them when I was a member, and I was able to somewhat put something together that wasn't, crazy, and you could actually like follow and stuff. So that Hunt Lab's full of all kinds of stuff. We have a bear spot and stalk webinar that's in the Hunt Lab. We have waterfowl, basics to ballistics, bow hunting setups. I mean, guys, you name it, over 11 years we have it in the Hunt Lab. So that's also another perk. Let's see here. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. So I'm kind of going off the top of my head. I just have bullet points here. So we've done the Hunt Link. We've done the partner discounts. We've done the webinars, seminars, so events. So we do have events all over the country. It's usually facilitated by the members. So for example, in Ohio, we have a guy that's going to be doing a 3D shoot, a barbecue. All the guys that are in his area are going to meet up. In 2 weeks, I'm doing one in Florida. All the guys that are with me in Florida, we're having a little barbecue. We're going to shoot the bow out in the yard. We're going to meet up. Usually once a year, we will have like a big meetup somewhere like Pennsylvania. We've done big bashes and things like that. But a lot of them take place in those small town communities, and guys get together. And then I try to go as much as I can out to them. As we continue to grow, we'll do more things like, Denver, Colorado, or we got some guys that are out in Oregon. We'll do an Oregon one. We try to do it where our highest density of members are, because, at the end of the day, if I'm out in Wyoming, we've got about a dozen members. We've got, 200 members in Pennsylvania. So we want to make sure that we're being fair, but we're also spreading it out. So we do events, meetups, things like that. We also keep you guys in the loop. So we do the newsletter. We give out a newsletter every month. We do a monthly meetup where we all get together, we cut up, me and JJ will talk about getting ready for the season. Me and Christopher will talk about, spot and stalk tactics, you name it, we do it. And we'll get on there every month and we'll meet up, but also we meet up in person. So let me see here. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting one of the best perks, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. So we also have our hunting app. So you guys know how social media is. You make a comment, you get deleted. I was scared somebody said the word kill on one of our hunting pages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like Zuckerberg's going to shut us down right now. We've had this page up since 2011, but he didn't, luckily. But we created our own app. With that hunting app, you can sell guns, you can sell bows. As long as you guys are being legal and ethical, you can do whatever you want. You post your spike buck up, whatever you want to do it. Whatever you want to do it. That's what the app is for. Uncensored hunters meeting up, talking, things like that. We just wanted a place to go in case things got too hairy there. So I believe that is it there. Let me just make sure. We'll do a quick run through if my screen didn't freeze here. So we've got the Hunt Link. We've got the webinars. We've got the podcast. So we also do podcasts. We just had Muscadine Bloodline. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. We just had them on a podcast. We just had Spring Legion on a podcast. I'm actually putting that out Thursday. You guys name it. We have big names on the podcast. And what we do is we kind of take it a step further. I ask you guys what you want to hear. So last week when I had Hunter Farrier on from Spring Legion, I make a little poll. I say, hey guys, got Hunter coming on the mic. Anyone have any specific questions for Hunter? We'll ask those questions when we get them on the mic. Had Spartan cameras on. Had a lot of questions about Spartan cameras. A lot of people are getting into cell cameras. Had them on. We hit them with those hard questions that they, on the spot kind of have to answer. So podcast. So let me see here. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Sorry, I do this on the fly. I don't do PowerPoints. I'm just a hillbilly, so I don't do PowerPoints or anything like that. But we have, let's see, we've got partner discounts, the Hunt Link, webinars, seminars, let's see here, networking. I think that is it. JJ, am I missing anything? I can't remember, but if I am, you guys just head over to the website and check it out. I'm actually going to look at it right now just real quick to make sure. Let's make sure here. So, guys, I'm forgetting a big one. Sorry. So, paid content. We actually pay you guys for your content. Sorry, that one slipped my mind. So we actually pay you guys. We actually pay you guys for your content. We pay up to $500 per hunting video. We pay up to $100 per how-to video, and we pay up to $50 for gear reviews. Now let me put these into words. This isn't, and I'm not making fun of nobody. So just take us with a grain of salt, okay? That's not what I'm here to do. But like I mentioned before, we don't want a video where you get out of a $60,000 truck, you got awesome music coming on, You're walking through the woods. You're like, everything's cool. And then boom, dead deer right there. And you're like, and you got like all your products. And you're like, yeah, look at all my stuff. Guys, that's not the video we want. We want a video that when you watch it, so Ethan watches a video, he can take something from it. The wind wasn't right. You had to wait 3 days when you got to the hunting camp before you could get in there to get that mature buck that's coming out of the bedding area to the feeding area. Not everyone can play the rut. Our deer are in rut right now in Florida. They'll be in rut again maybe January. Who knows? They'll do 2-3 ruts sometimes. We don't get to play the rut. So you can actually get paid for your content if it shows education. If it tells a story, what are you doing? You took your kid out. They killed their first turkey. We want to know what's going on. You missed the buck last year. This year you were able to get them. We want to know what's going on. We're going to pay you for that. Guys, by popular belief, contrary to popular belief, we do not make money off content. The people that are making money off content are selling products. They're putting Amazon links in their description. They're sponsored, things like that. I think we had a video that had like 200,000 views on it last year, and it's like $74 or something on our YouTube account. I can literally show you guys the statement. I was like, whoa, I thought people made money on videos. Unless you're selling stuff or doing commercials, and I'm not knocking any of these people, we just don't do that. It's just not our thing, okay? So we want something where we can take the video, we can use it to educate our guys, to inspire our guys. You and your buddy go out elk hunting and you put a little video together, and that guy in North Carolina has been wanting to go out west his whole life, sees your video and said, wow, these guys did it for the first time, I can do it. That's what we want for the video, educate and inspire. I can send anyone the grading rubric that's a content creator and that's interested. How-to videos. We'll pay $100. Let us know what you're doing. JJ just put together a new bow setup. Tell us about it. Show us what's going on. Gear reviews. Guys, let us know what's working. If I wear this hat and I kill a deer every single time I wear this hat, I'm going to be like, man, guys, this hat's awesome. It cost me $20 4 years ago. There's my gear review. No, I'm just playing. But let us know what's happening. JJ did one on a bow that he got. He had where he killed a deer in it. Talked about the pros. He talked about the cons. Let us know what's going on. Not every product has all pros. If so, let me know exactly what product that is. Eventually, you're going to see some type of con, whether it's too loud or, maybe it makes a swack sound, or I think that was it made a little bit of noise after he shot, but everything else was great. So with that being said, let us know what's working for you and show the results. We're going to pay for that. We're going to use it. So that's what I have for the perks. We're at about 8 o'clock. 30 minutes into it. So this is what I want to do now. I'm pretty sure I covered them all, but if I didn't, you can always head to the website, cervicide.com. We do have them all laid out. I know I threw a lot at you guys. I get super excited about the company. I'm super passionate about it because it's such a great community. But real quick, everyone drop your questions that you may have in the chat. We'll get these questions answered, and hopefully everybody's ready to join the team. JJ said swag pack. Yep, so we do give you guys a swag pack after you've been in for a couple months. We send everyone a welcome package that's got decals, things like that in it. Little information so you know what you're doing when you join the club. But guys, we're not like any other field staff program. I'm not knocking them. That's their business model. That's great. We're a little bit different, okay? I don't care about pushing product. The company owner don't care about pushing product. You could wear Walmart stuff for all we care. $20 jogging pants from Walmart and a white t-shirt. If that's how you're successful, that's great. But we also, on the other side, if you're a gear junkie and you're using the most awesome, badass stuff, let us know. We'd love to see it. There's some things that I have that are newer, some things I do that are older. Everyone's mix and match sometimes. So we just, like I said, at the end of the day, it boils down to, what's best for you. Let's see here. Questions. Christopher said membership cost. So yeah, there is a membership cost. We'll see how many people bounce out of this with that one. But yeah, it's $30 a month, or you can do the Hunt Club, which is $50 for a year. With that $30 a month, you get everything. So you get the full shebang. JJ, I'll tell you, JJ actually just joined. You do one Badlands order at 50% on some cold weather gear. We had a guy buy some coveralls, and he had some coveralls. He saved like $200 on that. He already paid his freaking membership almost for the year. So there is a membership cost. The reason we have the membership cost is, at the end of the day, guys, we'd love to do this for free. I would love to work for free. I would love to do all this stuff for free, but unfortunately, we can't even have an email address for free. We have to pay to have a Cervicide email address. All the money is self-funded. The only employees here are me, the owner, and then Allie. So all of it's self-funded. I took about a $30,000 pay cut to come here, just because it's something that I love so much, and I was able to do it. I know COVID hit a lot of people in a bad way, but it hit me in a good way with like stocks and stuff. So I was able to kind of transition careers there. But we do have that membership fee that just facilitates everything. It continues to bring in new partners. I brought in 15 new partners last month. That takes time. We have to talk to them. We have to get to know them. You know, they're just like you guys. What's cervix? What's Cervicide? Like, you know, they don't know. I mean, it's how many of you guys have seen something like this? Because I never have, and I look all the time. I see smaller things, but on the level that we present, it's not there. And it's only going to continue to grow. Next month, we're doing all waterfowl. We have how to make duck boxes for wildlife conservation. We're actually going to put some money into that and help people do some wildlife conservation. We've done turkey conservation, trash cleanups. Gosh, I mean, you name it, guys, we've done it. Let's see here. George said, Bibs rock. Yeah, they do. And I tell you what rocks even more, George, is when you save freaking 50% off on something you're already going to buy. You know, I put in an order the other day. I mean, as you can see, there's my tower of stuff I just organized. And that's all Badlands pretty much because it's 50% off, and on their warranty plan is sick. Thought it would be more. So you know what? If it could be less too, Christopher, we do it, bro. If we keep bringing in the amount of members that we bring in every year and we keep doing good, that's the first thing that's going to get cut, my friend, is we'll just keep making it so that we just got to pay the bills. If the bills are paid, you know, and the lights are on and we're able to provide you guys with everything we have, we'll keep it at that. We used to be $20, 25, but you guys know how it is. But I'm going to give you guys a secret, and this is from someone that was a member. You get what you put in. I go on all these hunts. Guys, I am not rich. I took a pay cut to come do this. I am not rich. I bargain shop plane tickets. I, you know, make my own freeze-dried food. I don't buy Mountain Ops food and stuff. I make my own. I got a dehydrator. My girlfriend and me bought a little book, and we do it ourselves, and I make my own food. You know, I drink Busch Lights. But I'm definitely always trying to save some money just like everybody else. I'm just a normal guy, and I go on a ton of hunts, an absolute ton of hunts. You know why? I take advantage of the program. I take advantage of networking. I take advantage of when I meet someone, we exchange numbers, we get to know someone. Guys, you're not going to like everybody you meet. Most of the time I like everyone I meet, but there's been a couple of times where I'm like, I probably won't hunt with them again, or probably won't meet up. We'll just be mutual friends. But then there's some guys where I'm like, I got one guy that comes down here every year, stays at my house for like a week. He takes my truck and goes and hunts when I'm working and stuff. That's just a level of relationship that we have. And there's a lot of other people that have that too. So if that's all the questions, we'll wrap this up. But let me know, guys. Hit me with those questions. Don't be scared. Hit me with whatever you got. You know, I'm an open book. You ain't gonna catch me off guard here. Cervicide's been my life for a very long time. You know, I was a full out member for many years before I even took this position. It just so happened we had grew to the point where they were like, hey, we're hiring, and I put my application in and called Jimmy like every single day and was like, bro, I really want to do this. I think I could give the guys value, and I know what members want because I was a member. You know, I know that I love bow hunting, but I wanted to learn a little bit more about waterfowl. I wanted to learn about a little bit more about elk hunting out west. You know, I'm in the South in Florida. How many of you guys see TV shows on the South? Ain't many. You don't see Steve Rinelli in Florida hunting public land. You know why? He'd be out here for 3 months trying to kill a deer. It's savage. These Seminole deers are insane. So I wanted something that kind of was more geared to what I was doing, and I found that through Cervicide. Let's see here. So while you guys are putting your questions in, I'll start wrapping up. Hopefully everyone was following. Looks like we dropped a few people out here, but more than likely a lot of those people probably fell out because you guys know how Zoom is. I think I lost one of them at the content part. But yeah, that's what we got going on. No one else is doing this, team. I challenge you to find someone else that's doing this, and I'll be honest with you, I give you a free membership. You find another company that's doing exactly what we're doing, I'll give you a free membership. I've never seen it. I've seen like 2-3 man teams doing stuff like this, but we're almost 1,000 strong, all 50 states. We got guys in Alaska. We got a guy right now that just went to meet a guy in Alaska. If you guys don't know about Alaska, you cannot hunt Alaska without either a resident or a guide. You know someone through Cervicide. We got a couple members in Alaska. We got a guy going out to Hawaii doing some goat hunting and some axis deer. How insane is that? So lots of opportunities there. Any more questions, guys? I know I talk a lot. Don't worry. When you hunt with me, I don't even make a sound. All right. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes. Get those questions in. Anything you got, hit me with it. Anything that's going to help in your decision for joining the team. It looks like a few of you guys just joined up. JJ just joined up. Probably missing some. There was someone else that. Oh, Corey. Corey, didn't you just join? Name looks familiar. So yeah, and guys, that's another thing. Let's talk about Corey here. You guys aren't a notch in our belt. I don't get a percentage of sales. I get 3 people in. I get 500 people in. I don't get a percentage. I get paid salary. Me and Jimmy came across a little agreement here, with compensation, just so I could, feed my family. But yeah, guys, you're a name. Corey's Corey. JJ's JJ from Oklahoma. All right. Hopefully I'm back. Sorry, it cut out. So JJ from Oklahoma. But at the end of the day, guys, we're not like those other field staff programs. We actually provide value. We're not going to be like, hey, come join our community, bring it in. We're all family. Sell my product. That's not what we're about. We don't care about none of that. We do have our featured partner where we'll kind of push some product education, but we do that once a month. We pick one partner, and that's how we do it to keep from too much advertising. Is it public or private? Great question, George. So it's both. I've went and hunt 3,000 acres in Georgia with a member. I've had guys come down here and we've hunted 1,500 acres of WMA. Either or. I would say the majority of our members probably hunt public, but we do have both. I've went to other states. I'm going to North Dakota this year with a guy that lives in Minnesota. He's like, dude, you want to go tackle North Dakota with me and you for a 3-day weekend? I'm like, yeah, sure do. Got a $200 plane ticket before gas prices got insane. Hitting North Dakota in November to do a little hunting. So yes, George, public and private land. We've got guys with 5,000 acres. We got guys that have 1 acre. Let's see, JJ, you're on mute. Yeah, I cut out there. Leases, do I need insurance? So no. We do have some guides that advertise on our site that are members. We do have guides. We have a little section on our app where they can advertise that usually that goes with them. As far as insurance, man, that's a pretty hardcore question there. I've been in for almost 5 years now, and I've never had anyone be like, do you have insurance, or do we need to use insurance or anything like that? Most people's leases have those rules where it's you can only bring 1 guy, you can only do this, you can only do that. So you kind of just got to follow your lease and your state's rules, but that's something that I've never heard before there. Now, when we do events and we do things like that, we do have insurance. So when we throw an event, we purchase the insurance for the event and things like that, so that everyone's covered. Let's see here. Looks like some people got their information and are dipping. Does anyone have any more questions for me? I'm just going to check this chat. We'll give you guys a second, put them in, and we'll rock out. Zach sent me a video here. All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, guys, let me check. Let me see here. Oh, okay. That's a first. All right, cool. All right, guys, is that it? Check your messages. All right, give me 1 second. Just check here. All right, I think I got everything. That's all I am seeing. All right, that's all I got, guys. That is everything that I have. I'll give you guys just another second here to put your questions in. And if you don't have any questions, we'll wrap it up. if you guys have put your application in, I should have them finished today or tomorrow. If they're not already finished, give me some time. I'll run through them, especially everyone that showed, where you can go ahead and get signed up here. All right, cool. Check this one more time. We're going to wrap it up. All right. All right, guys, let's see. All right, looks like we're good on the questions. Actually, all right, cool. All right, well, I appreciate everyone showing up. Thank you. I hope to see you guys soon. And yeah, just hit me up if you think of any more questions later.